Dogs, man's best friend. They have been by our side for over 15,000 years. From the first domesticated wolf, to the ancient Egyptian saluki, to the Siberian sled dog, humans have a vast history of companionship with dogs. Historically, dogs have worked to guard livestock, to hunt, to escort carriages, and generally been kept for companionship, and are still being used every day for both practical and recreational purposes. With mental health issues on the rise, therapy dogs are now becoming an intrinsic part of helping people deal with stress, anxiety, and depression. Dogs are increasingly being used as therapy dogs in care homes and in schools. They can help to ease loneliness, encourage exercise, and improve our all-around health.
We love you, Penny. We always will.
I used to borrow Poppy in first year from Borrow My Doggy. She's not on there anymore, so don't try and steal her from me. Yeah, so I used to borrow her from Borrow My Doggy, and I used to bring her back to my flat in first year. And everyone would make such a fuss of her, everyone loved her. And everyone would tell me about how much they missed their dogs from back home. I think that was something that struck me hard. You know, I was sort of on a separate continent to where I grew up. I was very much separate from my family, from my dog. And that was something that everyone else was telling me about as well, saying how much they miss their dog, how they only get to visit them sort of once or twice a year. So I thought there was a clear demand for it. And then it was just a matter of working out how it would be possible. But we started recruiting more and more dogs to our halls. And slowly our circle of dog friends grew. And then eventually we sort of had enough to sort of start up a dog walking society. And the rest is history. I actually remember the first time I met Luke sort of crystally clear.
It was a part of the Society's fair back in September during Freshers Week. I knew I had to go around and have a look to see what was there.
He approached our stall and we sort of got talking to him.
She said I was the first person to sign up that day because she'd just finished setting up.
And I was just so taken by his voice and his confidence, and I was like, oh my gosh, we need this guy on our committee.
But I just felt like it was such a good idea. I ended up going home and I had a search, and it's the only dog walking society at English University. There's one at Bangor, I believe, in Wales, but apart from that, there's no other dog walking society. Because I don't know how well my mental health would have been without seeing these dogs every week. I might have ended up going home or trying to transfer to Newcastle instead, which would have been a terrible decision because I'm really happy in Brighton now that I'm with these dogs. It helped being so far away from home to find all these new people that were coming so sociable. It's nearly every week I'm chatting to someone about back home, because not many people have even been that north. They think it's a foreign land. So it's nice to be chatting to people to discuss what my life's like, and they're actually interested. They're not just saying it just to make conversation, they're interested in what it's like.
I do think that a sense of community is a very important thing for people to have. I think it takes a toll on your life, even if you don't realize it, if you are sort of excluded from people. But I think going out on a dog sock walk and you're surrounded by all these people who you don't know, you've never met before, but you're all united by that love of dogs, and it's so easy to make friends, I think is a very good part about dog sock. And I think that is so important for mental health, to know that you're not alone, to know that you have people who are like you. And I mean, even if you don't like people, there are dogs.
I'm realising more and more that I'm smiling every Wednesday and every Friday because I get to see these dogs and I'm chatting about them, I'm meeting these people. Yes, I do feel like I've almost become more responsible, but I feel like I've become a lot more personal. It feels like it's now becoming such a part of my life that I can just be going up to random people and chatting about the dogs, and I can still maintain this great conversation, and it's nice to see the impact that I'm having on the dogs and their owners.
I think Luke has definitely grown more confident over the course of being part of our committee. I think when I first met him, he was still a confident guy, but I think he was sort of a fish out of water. You know, he was 300 miles away from home, didn't have any friends. He was a first year student. Oftentimes that's sort of a hard place to be for first years. I think we sort of gave him a family and sort of a platform for him to be the confident person that he is.
A world without dogs would be a world of pure anarchy, and my world without the dog sock, I don't even think I'd be staying at Sussex University. Whenever you think of a dog, you always think of a great experience that you've always had with one. I wouldn't know how I'd cope, to be honest. I think I'd just try and I'd end up going home. Mental health would be terrible. I wouldn't be in Sussex. It would just be a terrible experience, to be honest. I don't know what I'd do without the dogs now.